The NFL and the game of football has evolved over the years with the evolution of rules, technology, among other things. But in order to appreciate where the game of football is now, we need to go back to understand how the sport even got to this point. Like how and why did the sport transition from leather to modern helmets? Or who created the NFL logo and why is it a shield? And why when you score a touchdown, it's 6 points? And why is the score even called a touchdown in the first place? But to start, let's talk about the actual football itself. Why is it the shape of an egg? Well, the shape of the football has changed over time and it was influenced by the rules and the materials of the game. Football that Americans play evolved from rugby, which evolved from soccer, and closely resembled both sports in its early days. In fact, during the first recorded college football game on November 6, 1869, Rutgers University and the College of New Jersey, now Princeton, played a game that used a round rubber ball. Then, 5 years later, an oval leather ball resembling the kind used in rugby. The oval ball would be made from inflated pig bladders, which were not very round or durable. They were covered with leather and sometimes stuffed with straw or other materials to keep their shape. See, back then the ball was more oval than round to make it easier to carry and run with. However, in the 1880s, when the forward pass was introduced, the ball became more elongated and pointed to make it easier to throw and catch. The ball also became smaller and lighter to fit in the hands of players better. Today, the modern football is made of synthetic leather, has a prolate spheroid shape, which means it's longer than it is wide and has pointed ends. The shape of the football also affects how it flies in the air and how it bounces on the ground, adding more unpredictability and excitement to the game.
Bouncing around, it's still loose. And now the officials will attempt to get to the bottom of the pile.
Especially if a team scores a touchdown for one of those unpredictable bounces. But why do we call it a touchdown when the ball doesn't even touch the ground to score? Well, going back to the rugby days, the term touchdown comes from the early days when football was heavily influenced by that sport, when the ball had to be touched to the ground in the end zone to score. The rule would eventually change to when the touchdown was awarded the moment the ball crossed the plane of the goal line, regardless of whether it touched the ground or not. However, the term touchdown stuck and became the official name of the scoring play.
He's got him! He's got Hill! And they've got a touchdown! Oh, he smoked him!
Okay, but when you score, why 6 points? Well, the reason why a touchdown is 6 points is simply because it's considered to be twice as hard as a field goal, which is worth 3 points. Therefore, a touchdown is worth 2 field goals. This scoring system was established in 1912 when the value of a touchdown was increased from 5 to 6 points. Before 1912, a touchdown was worth 5 points and a field goal was worth 4. The end zone was also added in 1912 to make it clear where the ball had to cross to score a touchdown. Another thing that has changed a lot over the years is the football helmet. How and why did football players switch from leather helmets to modern helmets? Well, the aviator helmets were first introduced in the late 1800s and became mandatory in 1930s. However, leather helmets were, obviously, not very effective and offered little cushioning and ventilation. So in the 1940s, plastic helmets were invented and they were much more durable and comfortable. Plastic helmets also allowed the addition of face masks, which protected the players from facial injuries, and in the 1950s, the NFL made plastic helmets mandatory and banned leather helmets. Since then, plastic helmets have been improved and modified, with more padding, ventilation, chin straps, ear holes, and visors. Modern helmets are also designed to reduce the impact of collisions and try to reduce concussions and other brain injuries. Modern helmets also have logos and colors. Logos like the NFL. But why is the NFL logo a shield? Well, the first NFL logo was created in 1921. The shield represented the strength and unity of the league, and the colors were inspired by the American flag. The logo also had 25 stars, which symbolized the number of teams at that time. The logo underwent several changes over the years, mostly in shades of colors and the shape of the shield and the numbers of stars. The most significant change happened in 2008 though, when the NFL redesigned its logo to make it more modern and sleek. The shield became taller and thinner, the colors became darker and more metallic, the football became more realistic and resembled the one on the Vince Lombardi trophy, and the stars were reduced to 8, which represented the 8 divisions in the league. Another thing that also has changed a lot over the years are the contracts, specifically quarterback contracts. It's generally agreed that the quarterback market has exploded over the last decade or so. This is because quarterback is the most important position in the NFL, and teams always want to make sure that they have a capable starter at the position. As such, the league's elite passers have fought to reset the market in contract negotiations, both with their teams and free agency. The first quarterback to actually earn $100 million in his career was Peyton Manning. Since then, the value of quarterback contract has increased dramatically, as more players have surpassed the $100 million mark. In fact, it appears the $200 million mark is becoming the baseline for a market value quarterback contract as more and more mega deals get signed. As of 2023, some of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league are Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Jalen Hurts, who all make more than $50 million a year. The quarterback market shows no signs of slowing down, and it's likely that new records will be set in the near future. However, are paying quarterbacks a ton of money actually worth it? Check out this video to find out.